Well, that's water under the bridge. Have you ever heard that phrase? Hey, this is Stephen Price with Grow Together. And I want to talk about that's water under the bridge. The other day, it was raining so hard, and more of my grass and my plants, they were all just loving it. But the water flows down our driveway and goes through a little, what I want to call a little ditch, and down through our backyard. And it reminds me of a little creek. In fact, if I put a little piece of paper in the front of it, what would happen, it would go down the creek and then out like it was going somewhere else. Water under the bridge is when you have a situation and you just want it to go away. And we have those situations in our life that we just wish would not come back and just go away. It's those things that when we feel like we've been wronged in our life, we feel like we've been mistreated in our life. And sometimes what that does is it causes us to hold a grudge. And when we hear about it, we may say, I don't want to hear about that anymore. Or I don't want to talk about that anymore. But I want to show you or help share with you what I try to do in situations where maybe I felt like, hey, this just wasn't fair. The first thing I do is this. I allow myself to think about it because you're going to think about it. In fact, you think about it and you get mad, and you think about it again and you even get madder. That needs to stop. So you give yourself permission to think about it just for a little bit, okay? Number two, you give yourself, again, permission to think about it, but this time you just start forgiving everybody in the situation, even if you think they don't deserve it. You forgive them, you forgive yourself, and then you drop it. Third, when it comes back up again, you do exactly the same thing. And what will happen is you'll begin to think, you know what? Other people do need to be forgiven. And it'll start making you feel better. And before you know it, the more you go back, less and less and less. So here's what I found that will happen. I did go back, but I thought about it less. When I began to forgive people and myself, I began to think this is okay. And then I thought about it less and less until it was water under the bridge. No longer bothered me anymore. Hey, I hope this helps you. This is Stephen Price with Grow Together, and anything's possible with God.